Beginner Guide to AI Automation Workflows. If you're learning AI automation, you've probably heard of tools like Zapier or Make. But there's another tool that's becoming more popular, especially for people who want more control. It's called n8n. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through what n8n is, how it works, and how to build your first automation step by step, even if you're a beginner. Let's start with the basics. n8n is an automation platform that lets you connect different apps and services together to create workflows. Just like Zapier or Make, it uses triggers and actions. But there's one big difference. n8n gives you more flexibility and control, and it can be self-hosted. That means you can run it on your own system if you want. Now don't worry if that sounds technical. You don't need to set all of that up right away. You can still understand how it works and start building workflows. At a high level, every workflow in n8n follows the same structure. A trigger, one or more steps, and an output. Let's walk through a simple example so you can see how this works in practice. Imagine you want to automate a simple process. Whenever a new form is submitted, you want to store the data and send a notification. In n8n, this starts with a trigger node. A node is just a step in your workflow. The trigger could be a webhook, which listens for incoming data from a form. A webhook is simply a way for one system to send data to another in real time. So when someone submits a form, the data is sent directly into your workflow. That's what starts everything. Once the data enters the workflow, you can add more nodes. For example, you might add a node to store the data in a database or a spreadsheet. Then another node to send an email or notification. Each node performs one specific task, and you connect them together visually. This is one of the things that makes n8n powerful. You can see your entire workflow laid out step by step. Now let's make this a little more advanced. Instead of just passing data through, you can add logic. For example, you can use an if node to check conditions. If a lead is marked as high priority, it goes down one path. If it's not, it goes down another. You can also use AI within n8n. For example, you could send incoming text to an AI model to analyze it. Then use the result to decide what happens next. This is where automation becomes more intelligent. Now let's look at another real-world example. Content automation. You could build a workflow where ideas are stored in a spreadsheet. The workflow reads those ideas, sends them to an AI tool, generates content, and then stores or publishes it. This saves time and creates consistency. Another example is internal business workflows. Let's say support requests come in through a form or email. n8n can capture those requests, categorize them, assign them to the right person, and notify the team, all automatically. This reduces manual work and speeds up response time. Now, here's something important to understand. More flexible than tools like Zapier, but that also means it can be a little more complex at first. You might need to spend more time learning how the nodes work and how data moves through the system. But once you understand that, you can build much more advanced workflows. That's why many people move to n8n as they grow. Now, if you're just starting, here's what I recommend. Start with a simple workflow. One trigger, 2 or 3 steps. Test it. Make sure it works. Then build from there. Don't try to build something complicated right away. Focus on understanding the flow of data. Because once you understand that, everything else becomes easier. And this is the bigger picture. Tools will change. But the way you think about workflows, data, and automation, that's what matters. If you can understand how to design and build systems like this, you can apply it to almost any business. If you want to learn how to actually use AI and automation in real-world situations, make sure you hit like and follow the channel. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday focused on practical, beginner-friendly automation. And I'll see you in the next video.